very good, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Been enjoying the sunshine this week.
Oh, lovely, but it's rainy here now. How's it for you?
Same. Exactly the same. Yeah, we've got a picnic this afternoon. It's my daughter's fourth birthday tomorrow, so fingers crossed it's going to be okay for the picnic.
Oh, I hope so. Is it just a family one? Just you and the
Yeah.
children?
We're meeting some friends as well, which is nice. Now we're
Yeah.
able to sort of go out and see just a couple of other people. We've got a few friends we're meeting, so that's going to be lovely. So we're doing lots of sort of little picnics for her birthday, just with a few people rather than a big party.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's the birthday party that keeps giving then.
I know, exactly. It's going on about 5 days.
Oh, it's lovely. But isn't that how it should be?
Yeah, definitely. And I think lockdown, for particularly the little ones, it's so challenging for them, really. You know, it's so much to get their head round. So it's just trying to make these little pockets of normality, I guess.
Oh, that's wonderful. So she's 4, and is it a little boy you've got as well?
I've got 2 little girls. So Lilia will be 4 tomorrow and Lucia's 7.5.
Oh, wonderful. So they keep you busy.
They keep me very busy, for sure.
But over and above that, you are so active with what you do on social media and in your business in general, and you supported us all fantastically throughout lockdown.
Oh, thank you.
So, but I'm just saying, before you came on, I've known you a long time, and you're just so wonderful to everybody. You're wonderful with us. You're very supportive. And I think it's probably about 8 or 9 years ago that we first met, wasn't it?
It was, definitely. We met at a beauty show, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Sorry, just is there interference on it there?
It sounds a bit funny.
Oh, apparently I sound a bit funny, but I don't know what to do about it.
Okay. It sounds fine from my end.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. To me, actually, it's a bit squeaky.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully it'll sort out.
Hopefully.
So how long have you been a yoga teacher?
I trained in yoga just after I recovered from ME. So I'm 38 now, and I was very ill with ME when I was 21 for about 18 months. And I used everything that I now teach, that I now enjoy, that's now a huge part of my life to heal myself back then. And then when I recovered, I really wanted to help other people in the way that I'd managed to help and heal myself, you know, whether it's helping people to overcome an illness or just to feel healthier and happier. And that's when I then trained as a yoga teacher, as a professional relaxation therapist. I did training in nutrition and face massage. So did all of that training after I recovered from the illness. So yeah, a long time now. You know, I must have been about 23 when I did that, and yeah, 38 now. So at least 15 years now.
Well, you are honestly testament to how it works, because you look incredible. You've not changed at all over that time.
Thank you. Well, that's very sweet of you to say. But you look amazing too. I mean, I said that to you when you came on my podcast. I just said, honestly, you look glowing. And again, massive testament to your products and the way you live as well, because I know you're very into your healthy lifestyle. You eat well and do your yoga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I follow you and I love what you do. And I am very aware that there is interference, I think, at our end. So I'm not going to talk much because people want to hear from you. And I try and do your facial yoga exercises. I'm not consistent, which is so bad. But I think the big questions that people have are the ones that people ask you all the time. Are you willing to show us some exercises this morning?
Oh,
is that okay?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, what I think the biggie is, how do we keep our jowls sort of like lifted, and so, you know, they're not all floppy as we get older?
Absolutely. So what we want to do is we want to keep this area firm and toned. So as we age, we tend to lose some of the muscle tone, and as you well know, the collagen and the elastin as well. So all of this combined, and also things like sluggish circulation, maybe the lymphatic drainage is not working the way it should. It's a little bit sluggish as well. So all of these things combined mean that this area can get a little bit looser, a little bit saggier. We can get jowls. The fat pads tend to move in the skin as well, and we tend to lose a lot of that natural fat underneath the skin. So lots and lots of things happening. So what I usually recommend is every day to do some toning exercises for this area, but also some massage as well. So a really good lower face toning technique, which is great for jowls, but also helps the cheeks and the neck area as well. It's a technique of mine called the Smile Smoother. Now for this one, you make an O shape like this. You wrap your lips around the teeth, and then you go from the O shape to the smile shape and back again. So again. And as you're doing that, you really want to feel the lip corners lifting. And then hold your smile shape, really feel your lip corners lifting still. Place your index finger here, and we're going to scoop the jaw backwards, go like this. And then back down. So you feel a bit silly doing it.
I can feel it already.
Yeah, exactly. And if you feel it the first time, imagine if you're doing that every single day. So that's great for toning the muscles under the skin, and that's going to help to tighten and tauten the skin attached. And then we want to do some massage. And massage is a great way to boost the circulation, so it's really helping this area look a lot more glowing, healthier, even more youthful. It's also going to help with the collagen and elastin as well, and obviously combining with using something like your collagen shots would be fantastic. So massage here, 2 fingers and thumb. We're pinching down into the skin. We're trying to really stimulate the muscle. So we're going right down to the muscle, and we're going right to the ear area here, and we're working all the way across. So we're just going upwards. So you can do 3 of these. And make sure when you do this, by the way, that you have clean hands, particularly at the moment. That's super important. And then you take your thumbs and you just glide across. And this works beautifully if you've got a little bit of serum or oil on as you do it as well. It just helps with the glide. And it's a particularly nice one, not only if you suffer from jowls or sort of want to just tone up that area, but also if you have jaw tension. So maybe you grind your teeth at night, maybe your stress tends to manifest itself in the jaw. That one's a really good one to do daily. So the Smile Smoother and the Jaw Toner are your sort of 2 key techniques for this toning area.
That's incredible. And well, I'm hoping people are trying it while they're actually watching you. Great. Because it will just convince them to start and follow you. Yeah. And also because you do have an amazing YouTube channel. And in a bit, shall we tell everybody now, because I know it's sort of just half an hour, should we tell everybody now about your channels and the fact that you have a video and things?
Absolutely, yeah. So there's loads of videos on my YouTube channel, which is The Face Yoga Expert. So I post twice a week there, and you'll get videos on all areas of the face, lots of wellness stuff as well. If you want to sort of go a little bit deeper into understanding more about face yoga and wellness, then I have loads of amazing info on my podcast as well, which is the Face Yoga Expert podcast. And you, Kathryn, have been one of my lovely guests on there, which was fantastic. If you want something a little bit more structured, so you want sort of a routine that you can do every single day, then there's a few things you can do. So you can either use my book, which is called Danielle Collins Face Yoga, so you can get that on Amazon or in lots of good bookstores. You can use one of my apps, so you just search Danielle Collins on the App Store, which is perfect if you again want a bit of a structured program, or if you like your sort of old school DVDs, then you can go to faceyogaexpert.com/shop and you can see DVDs on there, and also all my online courses and teacher training courses too.
Fantastic. And everything is very reasonable. It's so accessible for us all. I've just had somebody's put high cheeks exercise. Hi Zara. So does that mean lifting the cheeks? I think
Yeah,
Yeah.
so toning the cheek area. We have lots of muscles in the cheek area, and again, unless we're exercising those in a controlled way, we tend to lose the muscle tone as we age there. So toning these muscles is great. And a really good thing you can do is you puff both cheeks out full of air. So you'll need to breathe in and out through your nose, and we're going to transfer the air from cheek to cheek. And as you're doing this, if you want some added resistance, or if you are prone to lines around this area, hand here. So let me come a bit closer to show you here. So now you need to breathe in and out through your nose all the time as
I'm glad you said that. I forgot to breathe.
Well, you'll be passing out after it. Yeah, reminder all the time with the breathing with that one. And actually it's a good practice to practice that breathing in and out through the nose too. But that one you can do for about 30 seconds, build up to 1 minute if you can. And that's great for toning the cheek area. And actually in my book as well, all the techniques are just 1 minute. So you can just pull out whatever technique you want for a certain problem area or certain side of a certain area of the face that you want to work on. So I'm all about just fitting it in to your daily life where you can, when you can. You know, it really just has to be accessible because we're all busy, but we all want to do what we can. So that's what I recommend.
So, and what's the question that you do get asked the most? Is it for jowls or is it different areas?
In terms of areas of the, interestingly, the two questions I get personally asked the most is how old I am, which is 38. Have I had Botox? No, I haven't.
I know your forehead is a myth. God, show us the forehead secrets. We need to know.
So they're the two personal questions. Forehead area, it's just constant retraining of this area, which sounds really silly, but it really is. So I'm the same as everyone, you know, I'm very prone to, when I'm concentrating, when I'm looking at my phone, when I'm worried about something, pulling this area in, or when I'm talking, you know, raising the eyebrow area. But I have to retrain myself all the time. So each day I try and remind myself, you know, keep this area relaxed. Try and express more with the eyes, because our eyes are often a forgotten area. We tend to move our head when we want to sort of look at things, and we tend to over raise our eyebrows when we're expressing. And what we do then is we don't use this muscle around the eye or the muscles inside the eyes enough. So this area gets underused, this area gets overused and gets lines. So if you really want to train yourself to keep this area stiller, you can place the hands here. You can then practice opening your eyes wide and also practice looking up and down, and just do that a few times, and then side to side. Now you may find as you look up and down and as you really widen your eyes, straight away the eyebrows want to raise up. If they do, that's usually an indication that you're overusing this area and underusing that area. So practice that, you know, one hand or both hands, and just do that, and you'll get that muscle memory soon. And soon, you know, your face will say, okay, I know that I'm able to keep this area relaxed and this area relaxed, and I know that I can wake up and energize these muscles a little bit more. So it is daily practice for sure.
Mm-hmm. So that's really interesting. Right, let me just have, yes, this, the scowl lines. I'm a scowler. You know, sit and look at the computer and scowl. So I'm really bad for that.
Do you know, I think we all are. And I sometimes, you know, when you're using your phone and by accident it turns to sort of selfie mode on the camera, and you suddenly see yourself sort of pulling that area in. That is a good reminder for me. And sometimes I actually just change to that mode and just check, am I doing that? So trying to relax here. And then if I do find I'm pulling this area in, what I do is this little massage here. So again, make sure you've got clean hands with this, but you just massage up this area for about 1 minute. And that really helps to relax this area. And it's also going to help with the circulation and the collagen and elastin too. So lots of benefits for that.
Brilliant. And then I think just if you could tell us a little bit about around the eyes as well, because there's obviously the upper lids and the eye bags.
Yeah, absolutely. So lots of areas around the eyes that people come to me for and sort of ask. And first of all, let's start off with puffiness and dark circles around the eye area. So one of the things we really want to be doing with that is a little bit of lymphatic drainage massage. So the area around the eyes, as you know, is super delicate. It's very, very thin. So our massage has to be really gentle. And actually this gentle massage is going to be far more effective than deeper pulling massage. So you can use your ring finger and you can just very gently go all the way around. So again, I'm going to come a bit closer here so I can show you. So can you see here how I'm just circling around now? It's super easy, super gentle, but can you also see how I'm not dragging the skin there at all? And that's really, really important. And then you've got this little sort of lymphatic drainage point here. It's also a lovely acupressure point there, which you can press, particularly if you get any eye strain, or you suffer from stress, or even if you sleep badly, so you suffer from insomnia. That's a lovely acupressure point to press and massage. So that's good for puffiness and dark circles underneath the eyes. If you find that the eyebrow area is starting to get a little bit looser, a little bit saggy, maybe a little bit hooded, again, you can include a bit of massage there. So 2 fingers and thumb, and you're just pinching all the way along like this. We're going right down to the muscle, pinching along. So that's a lovely lifting massage for the eyebrow area. Then I would recommend for sure to do those eye movements I just showed you earlier. So our hands here, we're practicing looking up and down, side to side. We're widening the eyes as well. That's really, really helpful for that area. And then to strengthen a little bit more around here. So one that's very good for crow's feet, lines underneath the eyes as well. There's a technique from my book which I really like called the mini V. So you're here and then you're half closing the eyes, so you're feeling like a little shake or a little pulse. If you can see there how I'm sort of half closing, and what I'm feeling where my index fingers are is a little shake or a little pulse. And we're doing that, and that's the muscles just contracting, relaxing, so it's helping to build the muscle tone around that area. So I'd say eye wise, they're my sort of key techniques that I'd recommend.
Fantastic. I would think that they're really good when you work to do, you know, because I spend a lot of time on a computer. So to take a break and just do that, because you find that your eyes get so tired by the end of the day.
They do, definitely. And it is, like you say, just doing those little bits throughout the day, because we're very prone to just going and going and going all day, which we all know is not great for our mind, body or face. Yes. But if we just take those little moments throughout the day, a couple of deep breaths, a couple of little techniques on any area for you that might feel a little bit tense, or like there's a bit of blocked energy. So if you say, you know, eye area, then that's an area that feels quite tight. A couple of eye techniques, or maybe jaw gets very tight with stress through the day, do a few jaw techniques, or even do some simple shoulder rolls or neck techniques, neck rolls, those sort of things throughout the day are what makes a difference, rather than we go all day in a very sort of high stress, and then at the end of the day we think, oh, okay, we have to try and remedy all this now.
They are fabulous tips. The comments that are coming up, everybody's saying, oh, great tips, fantastic tips. You've just got so much knowledge, and it just comes and comes. It's wonderful to hear, Danielle. Do you know that people can also get the benefit of actually learning to be a yoga teacher with you, can't they? Probably a yoga teacher, but a face yoga teacher too.
So a face yoga teacher is what I train people to do. So we run an accredited teacher training program. So this is a qualification which enables you to teach face yoga to groups and to individuals, and of course online, anywhere in the world. So it's an international qualification. And what a lot of people are doing at the moment, and particularly during lockdown, is they've been doing it distance learning. So we offer an option where you can do all your study in your own time. So you have a manual with lots of lovely videos, and you learn everything from the anatomy and physiology of the face to understanding how face yoga works, why it works, as well as how to teach these techniques to other people. And then you do a written assignment in your own time. So that's a great way of sort of putting together everything you've learned. And then you spend some time on Skype with either me or one of what we call our super trainers, which are our lovely teachers that have taken additional training in order to be able to qualify others. And then during that time, you do your practical assignment and obviously have plenty of time to ask questions and go through anything. And then you are qualified to be able to teach your face yoga classes, which is, it's such a lovely thing to be able to do, you know, to share these techniques with other people. And I'm such a believer in holistic lifestyle and really working from the inside out. And when you train as a face yoga teacher, that's what you'll be learning as well. So of course you're learning how to show people how to tone a muscle in the face and how to boost circulation in the face and so on. But it's also a lot about wellness, starting on the inside.
That's really wonderful because it's so valuable. And I think more than ever, people are just so aware that they really need to look after themselves. Oh, somebody said, and I meant to ask you, how long is the course?
So if you do distance learning, then you can take your time. So a minimum of 12-hour study, we say. Some people like to take quite a bit longer. Some people will complete it in a week and they'll really sort of fast track their way through it. But it's lovely with the distance learning, so you can be very flexible. Of course, when things are back to normal, then you have the options of doing our group learning or our one-to-one in person as well. But at the moment, distance learning is the best way. So minimum of 12 hours you need to set aside for your study.
That's great. And do you know, also it's something that is it's not too expensive. Do you want to share the prices for people?
Absolutely. So our cheapest price option is the distance learning with a super trainer, which is £395. So that means that you do a distance learning study as I described, and your super trainer is your support all the way through, and they do all your exams with you. You can do distance learning where I'm your trainer for £495, and then we have options obviously of our weekend group courses and one-to-one, which just are a little bit more expensive but not hugely more. So we really do believe in just making it as accessible as possible for people, and making it affordable.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. It's such a lovely thing to be able to learn. I'm just checking that I've got all the key questions answered for you. Somebody mentioned earlier, and I think we need, if you're still on, they said exercises for the nose. So if you are, if you can just get back to us and let us know what you wanted to know, or unless there's something that you have as standard, Danielle.
Well, the nose is an interesting one, and I get a lot of questions about the nose. Now, a lot of the time, nose shape is down to our bone structure, and this is not something that we're going to be able to change. So if it is a bone issue, then you know, not much we can do about that. If it's puffiness around this area, so sometimes we can be very prone to puffiness under the eyes and around this area, then you can do some lovely massage around the nose area, and of course underneath the eyes as well. That often helps with puffiness around the nose. If you want to tone muscle in this area, then the cheek one I showed you earlier, we're also working with this part here of the nose muscle, so that's really good with toning muscle. But unfortunately we can't just completely change your nose shape through our exercise.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you know, there is one, just thinking, the neck.
Yeah.
That's, you know, it's an area that is harder to do treatment. Well, when I say it's harder to do treatment on, it's very hard sometimes to see a benefit. And I think by supporting the muscles, we can do so much more to help and support things.
Absolutely, I agree. So toning, particularly this big platysma muscle at the front of the neck, is really, really helpful for helping to keep this area nice and firm. So a really nice one, which is very simple, you can do is fingers here, bring your head back and just bring your lips together. And then when you're ready, just bring your bottom lip out slightly. And as you do that, that should engage the big platysma muscle at the front of your neck. And you can hold there and breathe for about 4 deep breaths. obviously being very careful if you've got any neck issues there. And then you can also do one with, again, the neck tilted back slightly, just as comfortable for you, just as far as is comfortable for you. Lips together, and then you're going to bring the tip of the tongue repeatedly up towards the roof of the mouth. So what that will do is that will tone this area here. So it's, and you'll know you're doing it right if you place a hand here and you really feel the muscle working there. So they're two really, really good ones for that area. But also remembering your SPF on this area, that's so important. You know, we need to be wearing SPF on our face every single day, even on cloudy days, even when we're driving, because those UVA rays, as you well know, can penetrate through the glass as well. So, and we often forget this area and this area. So making sure that you're really applying the SPF every day, and that's really going to help with the skin tone and reducing and preventing age spots and sunspots as well. So really looking after this area with our skincare and our SPF too.
Brilliant. And also taking our face care down into our décolleté area too. So important.
Absolutely. So important. And for years and years, you know, I would work this area. I mean, this is going back sort of 15 years ago now. I would do skincare for this area and not at all here. But now, you know, I'll take it all the way down. It's so important.
Very much so. Right, I'm very aware that you've got a busy day and I've got you for half an hour. So just before you go, could you share with us any of the top tips that you have for health and wellness?
Absolutely. So one of my favorite ways to keep healthy is such a simple one, but it's deep breathing. Now, breathing is something that we do every single day. Obviously, it's an involuntary response. It just happens. But most of us breathe too quickly and in a very shallow way. Now, I would say when I was very ill, you know, and I told you the story when I was 21, I was very ill with ME. If I was to pinpoint one key technique out of all the things I use, and I use a lot of different holistic tools to heal myself, which one was the one that probably had the deepest impact? And that was learning how to breathe properly. So deep breathing, ideally in and out through the nose. Now, if you're out of the mouth breather, that's absolutely fine for the exhalation. And what you do is, a nice way to start is a hand onto the chest, a hand onto the tummy. You inhale through the nose and just allow your abdomen to rise and just really feel it expand a little bit. And then as you exhale, just feel the abdomen lower down. Now the chest can move very slightly, but you want to ideally keep it as still as possible and really feel your breath come from the abdomen. Slow everything down. That's really going to help with the central nervous system. It's going to help so many systems in the body. I mean, deep breathing is had so many scientific studies done it. I mean, there's at least 40 that I know of that talk about how it benefits the mind, the body, and the face as well. So if you can get in the habit of just checking your breath throughout the day, that will make a massive, massive difference to everything. So that would be probably my number one tip for looking after yourself.
It really does truly make a difference.
Huge difference. And then of course, you know, all the things we know, but all the things we're not often always good at, but drinking lots of water, you know, really thinking about eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables is so important. If you're doing face yoga as well, including enough protein in your diet. You know, if you're working with strengthening and toning muscle, if you're wanting to improve the collagen, then eating protein, of course, using your products as well is fantastic for bringing that into it. And just affirmations, anything you can do to try and have a positive mindset, and just finding what affirmations work for you. So even if it's very simple, I am healthy, or I am happy. And even if, as you say these to yourself, your mind is almost saying, this is not true, or I don't believe it, then just keep saying it, because it trickles into the subconscious eventually. So affirmations, breath, water, and healthy diet. If you can do all of that alongside your face yoga, and of course alongside your lovely rejuvenated products, then you're pretty good to go.
That's really wonderful. And I just thank you for so many incredible tips. There's been some really beautiful comments going through on the screen as we've been chatting. It's just so valuable. and it is literally just 10 minutes a day, isn't it?
Absolutely. If you can find 10 minutes, that's perfect. If you can't even find 10 minutes, find 1 minute or 2 minutes. Use my book, pick a couple of techniques in there, do those. It's better to do that than nothing at all. And then in time, if you can work up to 20 minutes or 30 minutes, fantastic. That's not only going to help your skin, but it's going to help your mind and body too.
Can we just cover again where people can find out more information about you?
Of course. So if you go to faceyogaexpert.com, that's my website. There's all the information there. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram at faceyogaexpert. If you're interested in teacher training, we've also got an Instagram page for that. So at faceyogateachertraining. But send me a message anytime, and yeah, check out faceyogaexpert.com.
Well, thank you so much, Danielle. It's such a privilege to know you. And thank you for sharing all the tips. And happy birthday to your daughter. I hope the sun comes out for you this afternoon.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Kathryn. As you know, I'm a big fan of your products, and I love that we've kept in contact all of these years. It's fantastic, and so nice we're able to do these things together, and it was lovely to have you on my podcast as well. I know that was a very popular episode, so thank you.
Well, thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.
Have a lovely day.
Bye. Bye.